Dear friends, what you come here is Business Communication English. This is part 2. Totally 74 are there. So far we have seen 32 English words used for business communication. All these words are very important. It is not necessary that you need to know, be a literature student, have to be a good in English. It is enough that you know these vocabularies. So here in business English communication words, what do you mean by charge sheet? Company lists the company employees' mistakes. The company says the MD is sending you a letter stating you what are the mistakes you have done to the employees. MD is sending to, or manager is sending to the employees what are the mistakes the employee has done, and that is called what? Charge sheet. Are you able to understand what do you mean by charge sheet? What the employees have done, the mistakes, so the company is listing the mistakes. That is called charge sheet. 34. Memorandums. What do you mean by memorandums, sir? It is agreement. Memorandums have been signed by India and Pakistan. Memorandums means it is agreement. So 34th vocabulary, memorandums means agreement. 35 is a very important word. It is goodwill letters. What do you mean by goodwill, sir? Goodwill means what? Something nice, something good, something all right, something friendly. Goodwill letters means friendship letters. You got it? Goodwill letters. I have sent a goodwill letter. The company MD has sent goodwill letters to all his customers. So goodwill letters means what? Friendship letters. Number 36, thank you letters. Thanking letters, thank you letters, very important. It's the decency, it's the manners, it is the customary to send thank you letters either to your customers or your clients or people who have helped you. Thank you letters. 37th word, congratulating letters, wishing letters. You are congratulating somebody for the new post they have got. You are congratulating somebody for they have started some business. So congratulating letters. Number 38 word in the business communication, stereotyped phrases. What do you mean by stereotyped phrases? Same type of phrases means what, sir? Group of words joined together, it's called phrases, which doesn't give complete meaning. So stereotyped means same type. Stereotype, talk. What do you mean by that? Same type of talk. Stereotyped means same type of sentences. Right? Number 39th vocabulary, letter of sympathy. Letter of sympathy. What do you mean by letter? You call it pronounced as letter because after E, vowel T comes, T is changed into D. Letter. Letter. Letter of sympathy. Sympathy. What do you mean by that? A letter conveying to share the tragedy. What do you mean by tragedy? Something sad has happened. You are writing a letter of sympathy. You are taking part in the sad event. 40th communication English word, obituary, notice. What do you mean by obituary notice? The death of an employee which is put in the notice board. You are working in a company. One of the employees is dead. So the company has put up in the notice board informing that the employee is dead. He is dead, and it is called obituary notice. Obituary notice. 41. Resume. What do you mean by resume? Very important, my dear word. Personal and professional information. You want to join in a job, you send your resume. So you send your personal and professional information. That is called resume. You got it, sir? Resume. You don't, somebody say resume. Resume. Okay, next, 42nd word, curriculum. Curriculum vitae. What do you mean by that? One's education and job experience. One's education and job experience. A person, how many years he has worked in a company? And what is his educational qualification is called? Curriculum vitae. Next, 43rd word, profile. What do you mean by profile? Physical information, character, and all information through words. Profile means physical information, the person's character, and all information through words is called profile, right? Next, 44th word, biodata. What do you mean by biodata? One education, job experience, one's education and job experience, character, and about the person, all about the character, education, job experience, it is called biodata. You got it, sir? Next word, 45th word, catalog. What do you mean by catalog? Catalog means listing, cataloging, listing, catalog. Of course, quotation. Quotation. What do you mean by quotation? Quotation. Quotations. Quotation means price list. Quotations. Whoa. Quotations. Next, tender. Tender notice, isn't it? Tender notice. What do you mean by tender notice? A price fixed by the company for its products and service whereby contractors take part in bidding. A price fixed by the company for its products and service whereby the contractors take in bidding. So tender notice means the company says the product's price is maybe 1 lakh. Then you can ask 1,10,000, other way may ask 1,20,000, one other person may ask 90,000. Whoever asks the better price, the product will be given. Okay, that is called tender notice. Bidding also means tender. Okay, rejecting complaints. What do you mean by rejecting complaints? Cancelling the complaints is called rejecting the complaints. Handling complaints. What do you mean by that? Actions on complaints. Actions on complaints. So handling the complaints means you are taking actions on the complaints. Making complaints means you are complaining. Confidential letter, 51st word, confidential letters. It means secret letters. Confidential means secret. 52nd word, third party reference means a guarantor. Third party reference means a person who is giving a guarantee. Third party reference. 53rd, franchising. Getting rights to sell the products. Franchising. See, I am running a company in my name. I am the proprietor. So somebody wants to run my company in their name, but they are giving me one amount per month or per year, a royalty amount. Then they can use my product. That is called franchising. Right, sir? Next, 54th word, classifieds. What do you mean by classifieds? It is advertisements. Classified column. Classifieds means what? Advertisements in paper, in television, it is classified columns. Okay, very important word, 55th word, overdraft. What do you mean by overdraft? Taking more money from the bank than what you have. Suppose in bank you have around 50,000. You want 60,000. So you take extra 10,000. That is called overdraft. Next, Provident Fund, 56th word. What do you mean by Provident Fund? Taking a part of employee salary by the government and giving it back during the retirement time. What do you mean by Provident Fund? See, you are working in a company, say for example TCS. Monthly once you are getting a salary of 150,000 rupees. So every month what happens? The government will take a percentage of your salary, maybe 2% or 3% or 5% according to that. So they keep the money in their fund, and during the time of retirement they will give you back. That is called Provident Fund. Coming here, 57th word, black money. What do you mean by black money? Uncounted money, the money which is not kept in record, or you are not paid tax to the government. That amount is called black money. It doesn't mean the color of the money is black. 58th word, Counterfoil notes. What do you mean by counterfoil notes? Fake currency. You are printing the money, fake currency. See, nowadays you have a printer, you can print currencies, isn't it? Those currencies which are printed without in a duplicate, no government will permit you to print the money. So you print the currencies which is against the law. It's a crime. And the notes, the rupees which you have done, which you have manufactured, it is called counterfoil notes. Entrepreneur, very important word, 59th word, E-N-T-R-E-P-R-E-N-E-U-R. What do you mean by entrepreneur? The proprietor, the owner, the boss, the owner of the company, MD. He is called entrepreneur. Stock exchange, number 60th word. What do you mean by stock exchange? Place to buy shares, the place where you buy shares. So once again, my dear friends, what do you mean by charge sheet? What do you mean by charge sheet? Company lists the employees' mistakes. What do you mean by memorandum? What do you mean by goodwill letters? Friendship letters. What do you mean by thank you letters? Thanking letters. What do you mean by 37 congratulating letters? Wishing letters. What do you mean by 38 stereotype phrases? Same type of sentences. What do you mean by letter of sympathy? A letter conveying to share the tragedy. What do you mean by obituary notice? The death of an employee which is put in the notice board. What do you mean by resume? Personal and professional information. What do you mean by curriculum vitae? One's education and job experience. What do you mean by profile? Physical information, character and all information through words. What do you mean by biodata? One's education, job experience, character and about the person. What do you mean by catalog? List. What do you mean by quotation? Price list. What do you mean by tender notice? A price fixed by the company for its products and service whereby the contractors take part in bidding. What do you mean by rejecting complaints? Cancelling the complaints. What do you mean by handling complaints? Actions on complaints. What do you mean by making complaints? Complaining. What do you mean by confidential letters? Secret letters. What do you mean by third party reference? Guarantor. What do you mean by franchising? Getting rights to sell the products. What do you mean by classifieds? Advertisements. What do you mean by overdraft? Taking more money from the bank. That's what you have. Okay. What do you mean by Provident Fund? Taking a part of employee salary by the government and giving it back during the retirement time. What do you mean by black money? Uncounted money. What do you mean by counterfoil notes? Fake currency. What do you mean by entrepreneur? Proprietor. What do you mean by stock exchange? Place to buy shares. Hope you are able to understand. Please stand up, man. What do you mean by counterfoil notes?
Fake currency.
What do you mean by charge sheet?
Company lists the employee's mistake.
What do you mean by third party reference?
Guarantor.
What do you mean by franchising? Franchising. What do you mean by resume? What do you mean by resume?
Resume, personal data and professional.
What do you mean by profile?
Profile, physical information, character and all things.
Okay. What do you mean by counterfoil notes?
Yeah, it means fake currency.
What do you mean by tender notice?
Yeah, it means a price fixed by the company for its products and sell wherever the contractors take part in the bidding.
What do you mean by obituary notice?
Yeah, it means the person death in the company.
Okay,
The
good.
death of the person in the company.
குட் குட் நண்பர்களே, இப்பொழுது நம்ம தமிழாக்கத்தை பார்ப்போம். சார்ஜ் ஷீட்னா என்ன? சார்ஜ் ஷீட்னா என்ன எழுதியிருக்கு? நீங்கள் தமிழில் பாருங்கள், அந்த புக்கில் 33வது ஒகாபுலரி. அதாவது இது வந்து இந்த பிஸ்னஸ் கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஆங்கிலம், வியாபார சம்மந்தப்பட்ட ஆங்கில வார்த்தைகள். இதுக்கு பெரிய இலக்கணமெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை, ஒகாபுலரி மட்டும் கட்டுக்குங்க. சார்ஜ் ஷீட்னா என்ன? கம்பெனி தன் ஊழியர்கள் என்ன தவறு செய்தார்கள் என்பதை பட்டியலிட்டு காண்பிப்பது சார்ஜ் ஷீட். அடுத்தது 34 மெமரண்டம், ஒரு ஒப்பந்தம். 35 குட்வில் லெட்டர்ஸ், கம்பெனி சார்பில் வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு நட்பு ரீதியாக அனுப்பக்கூடிய கடிதத்தை குட்வில் லெட்டர்ஸ். அடுத்தது தேங்க்யூ லெட்டர்ஸ், நன்றியை சொல்லக்கூடிய கடிதம். கங்க்ராச்சுலேட்டிங் லெட்டர்ஸ், கம்பெனி ஊழியர்களுக்கும் வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கும் வாழ்த்து சொல்லும் கடிதம். 38 ஸ்டீரியோடைப்டு ஃப்ரேசஸ், ஒரே மாதிரியான வாக்கியங்கள். லெட்டர் ஆஃப் சிம்பத்தி, ஊழியர்கள் மற்றும் வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு
மேலாளர் அனுப்பும்
ஊழியர் மற்றும் வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு மேலாளர் அனுப்பும் அனுதாப கடிதம். ஒபிச்சுவரி நோட்டீஸ் 40.
ஒரு ஊழியர் இறந்து விட்டார் என்று
ஒரு ஊழியர் இறந்து விட்டார் என்று கம்பெனியிலே விளம்பர பலகையிலே அச்சடித்து அனுப்புவது. 41 ரெஸ்யூமே.
தனிப்பட்ட மேலும் தொழில் சம்பந்தப்பட்ட
தனிப்பட்ட தொழில் சம்பந்தப்பட்ட விஷயங்களை சொல்லுவது. 42 குறிக்குலம் விட்டே.
ஒருவருடைய படிப்பு அவருடைய வேலை
ஒருவருடைய படிப்பு அவருடைய வேலை அனுபவங்களை சொல்லுவது. 43 ப்ரொஃபைல் உடல் சம்பந்தப்பட்ட தகவல். 44 பயோடேட்டா
ஒருவருடைய படிப்பு வேலை அனுபவங்கள்
ஒருவருடைய படிப்பு குணாதிசயங்கள் அவரை பற்றி சொல்வது. 45 கேட்டலாக் பட்டியல். அடுத்து கொட்டேஷன் விலை பட்டியல். அடுத்ததாக டெண்டர் நோட்டீஸ். என்ன விலையில் பொருட்களை வாங்க விநியோகம் செய்ய வேண்டும் என்பதை சொல்லக்கூடிய அதில் பங்கெடுத்து கொள்ளக்கூடிய அது என்ன சொல்லுவீங்க? டெண்டர் நோட்டீஸ். ஏலத்தில் பங்கெடுத்துக் கொள்வதை டெண்டர் நோட்டீஸ் ஏலம் என்று சொல்லுவோம். 48 ரிஜெக்டிங் கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ் புகாரை நிராகரித்தல். 49 ஹேண்டலிங் கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ் புகாரை கையாளுதலை ஹேண்டலிங் கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ். 50 மேக்கிங் கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ் புகார் செய்தல். அடுத்ததாக கான்ஃபிடென்ஷியல் லெட்டர்ஸ் ரகசிய கடிதம். அடுத்து தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி ரெஃபரன்ஸ். நாம் வேலைக்கு விண்ணப்பிக்கும் பொழுது அல்லது பொருட்களை வாங்கும் பொழுது மூணாவது நபர் உத்தரவாதம் அளிப்பதை தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி ரெஃபரன்ஸ். தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி ரெஃபரன்ஸ். பிரான்ச்சைசிங் 53. ஒரு கம்பெனியினுடைய பொருளை விற்கக்கூடிய உரிமையை பெறுவது பிரான்ச்சைசிங். 54 கிளாசிஃபைட்ஸ் பத்திரிகைகளில் விளம்பரப்படுத்துவது. ஓவர் டிராஃப்ட் 55. ஒரு வங்கியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய பணத்தை விட அதிகமாக நாம் எடுத்துக்கொள்வதை ஓவர் டிராஃப்ட் என்று சொல்வோம். 56 ப்ராவிடென்ட் ஃபண்ட். வேலையில் இருக்கும் பொழுது ஒரு ஊழியரினுடைய சம்பளத்தை மாதம் பிடித்து கொண்டு அவர் வேலையை விட்டு ஓய்வு பெறும்பொழுது அவருக்கு கொடுக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பணம். 57 பிளாக் மணி வரியில் காண்பிக்காத பணம். அடுத்தது 58 கவுண்டர் ஃபாயில் நோட்ஸ் கள்ள நோட்டு. 59 ஆந்திரபிரனர் நிறுவனத்தினுடைய தலைவர் முதலாளி என்று சொல்லுவோம். 60 ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் பங்கு சந்தையிலே பங்குகளை வாங்கும் இடம். ஸோ நம்ம ஏற்கனவே பார்ட் 1ல் 32 வரைக்கும் பார்த்துருக்கோம். பார்ட் 3ல் பார்ட் 2ல் 33 60 வரைக்கும் பார்த்துருக்கோம். அடுத்து பார்ட் 3 பார்ப்போம்.